Good day, everyone. Before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. I am Razel Ann Bakulanlan from BSc 1 to 4, and the topic that I am going to discuss is about the primary and secondary deviance. So first, let's define what is deviance. Deviance refers to the actions or behaviors that violates the social norms and rules. It means deviance is an action in which a person breaks the social norms and rules of the society. The norm is the distinction whether a particular action is acceptable or unacceptable. Also, a person could be a criminal depends on the place where it be committed, because there are different norms established in every society. As an example, we have person A and person B, and they are both cancer patients. The person A is living in the US. He has cancer and he used marijuana as medicinal plant. In this scenario, it is not considered deviance, because in the US, it is legal and they are allowed people to use marijuana for medical purposes. While person B is living in the Philippines, he also has cancer but he is not allowed to use marijuana to cure his illness. In our country, taking marijuana is not legal because it is known as an illegal drug that can harm the mental health of a person. And when you use or take marijuana here, it considered as deviance because we all know that it is not socially accepted by our society. Next, what is the difference between deviance and crime? Like what I've said, deviance are those actions that breaks the social norms and rules, and it also pertains to those actions that are not socially accepted by the society. Example, prostitution, marrying underage, and walking naked on the street. I know all of you are familiar what is crime. Crime are those actions that violate the governmental law and criminal law, and it is always punishable by criminal offenses. Example, robbery, murder, rape, and many more. Next, we have two types of deviance, and these are the formal deviance and informal deviance. Formal deviance are those acts of a person that breaks the formal enacted law of the society. Example, when a person commits crimes such as theft, robbery, rape, and many more is considered as formal deviance because those acts are punishable into law. And when you commit such act, you will face a heavy consequences, or maybe it is possible that you will go to jail. While informal deviance are those small violation of a person that is not considered normal or unacceptable by others in the society, or simply violating the rules. But those violation is not included in the formal enacted law. Example, picking one nose in public, or kung sa Tagalog ay yung pangungulangot natin sa mga public places. And second one, we have belching loudly. Ito yung pagdighay natin ng malakas. And last is man wearing dress, because it is not considered normal by others. We have Edwin M. Lemert. He was a sociology professor at the University of California. He also an American sociologist who introduced the idea of primary and secondary deviance. We also have Howard S. Becker. He is an American sociologist who has a major contribution to the sociology of deviance, sociology of art, and sociology of music. And he also developed and popularized the labeling theory. So now, let's proceed to primary and secondary deviance. Primary deviance, it is the abnormal act which do not help redefine the self-public image of the offender. Coming from the word primary, it is the initial act of a person in which he violates the social norms, but it cannot create a big impact to his character as an individual, because it may consider this as minor deviant act. Minor deviant act is when a person commits small violation that is not socially acceptable and consider not good action that a person committed maybe once or twice in his or her life. This behavior may have a small reaction by others and it may cause a short-term effect on his personal image or identity. And sometimes people violate the social norms because they are not aware that their action is deviant. I give you some example. Fred found a different colors of markers inside his bag and he decided to draw the wall of their room because he think that it is cool. But they are not allowed to bundle the wall everywhere in the school. And when his teacher caught him, he delivered to the guidance counselor because of his violation. This act is considered as primary deviance because he commit a minor deviant act. Another example to make it more clear. Anna wants to buy a Sailor Moon bag that she saw to her classmate. But unfortunately, her mom said that they don't have money to buy it because their money is enough only to buy their necessities inside their home. Anna felt sad, that's why he decided to steal money to her mom's wallet to buy that bag. Her mom caught her and she gave a punishment for her not to do it again. Her action is primary deviance because she do that once and it not affect her self-image because of what she did. Next, we have the secondary deviance. Criminal acts or omission that are perpetuated in response to or because of a label that has been applied to an individual. If the initial act of a person continuously or repeatedly violate these social norms and rules, it may cause different reaction about the personal character of an individual. This may lead to give his or her a label based on how others view them. Example, if someone labeled them as addict, rapist, murderer, and etc., labeling theory plays a big role in the secondary deviance because this will be the driving force to a person to repeat his deviant action. Labeling theory is when a person committed a deviant act or offenses, people react on that behavior and they will start to label a person such as addict, criminal, psycho, rapist, or etc. This will be the main reason that's why people continue or repeatedly doing their deviant action. That's why we have the secondary deviance. Hindi natin napapansin na dahil sa mga ibinibigay nating label or katawagan sa isang tao na nagkaroon ng pagkakamali, tayo na rin mismo ang nagtatanggal sa kanila ng karapatan upang magbagong buhay. Dahil sa mga sinasabi ng ibang tao, imbis na maisip niya na kailangan niya ng magbago, mas lalo siyang napupush na gawin yung masamang bagay na yon dahil sa mga sinasabi ng mga tao sa paligid niya. Kaya dapat na mas maging maingat tayo sa kung ano man ang mga sasabihin natin sa ibang tao. Or kung wala ka namang masasabing maganda, mas mabuti na lang na huwag ka nang magsalita upang hindi ka makasakit ng damdamin ng ibang tao or makadagdag pa ito upang makagawa pa siya ng mga krimen or masasamang bagay. Before I end this video lecture about the primary and secondary deviance, I would like to leave a quotation by Les Brown. You must tell yourself, no matter how hard it is or how hard it gets, I'm going or we going to make it. Thank you so much for watching.